Hey, everybody. Welcome to Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Apparently, you've got more questions. And guess what? I have some more answers. Here we go. Okay, first question. Why should I vote for Trump? What is he going to do that he didn't do the first time? Wow. Well, let's think about where we were when Donald Trump was president and where we are now. There's a lot of ground to cover there. There's a lot that we need to go back and fix because we are pretty much in a hole here in America. I mean, you think about the fact that, first of all, we didn't have 40-year high inflation here in America whenever Donald Trump was president. I think it would be nice if we went back to not just our energy independence, but our energy dominance. We were a net energy exporter under Donald Trump. And guess what that did? It brought gas prices down. It made us stronger on the world stage. It certainly helped with things like inflation. We need to secure our southern border, something else that Donald Trump had under control while he was president. Let's not forget all that has transpired in the 2.5 years since Joe Biden took the oath of office and somehow became the 46th president of the United States. How about look around the world as it relates to the United States? Look at the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Look at the money we are dumping into this conflict right now, which I know there are many people making a lot of money off of this that don't want to see something like that end. My father-in-law has been very clear. He says I could have that resolved in 24 hours. Make no mistake about China waiting for their moment to pounce and overtake us as the superpower of the world. They've been talking about this for decades now, and now they are poised to do so because we are in a weakened state. We are economically not in a great place. Instead of actually focusing on keeping ourselves as the superpower of the world, what are we doing over here? We're worried about pronouns. We're worried about transgender issues. We're worried about kids identifying as furries in school and using litter boxes. And I wish that was a joke. These are things we need to focus on now. These are the big ticket items that if we don't get these things under control, believe me, we're not going to be talking about who we're electing as our next president of the United States. It's going to be a country that we've never seen before. And I don't even know what that means, but it's terrifying. So let's fix the mess we're in now. And then we have time to go forward and do incredible things like we saw my father-in-law do in his first term in office. There is so much more to get done in America, but man, we need to fix the major issues right now. That's why you should vote for Donald Trump. Okay, next question. Okay. Hi, Lara. I've been to Vegas many times, and I know that there's a Trump Tower hotel there. Oh, you are correct. Is that Trump hotel still owned by the Trump family? Well, thank you for asking. Yes, it is. My husband is very proud of that hotel because he was very much involved with the building of that hotel, negotiating all of it. We still own it. We still manage it. It is perhaps the only hotel, I think it may be the only hotel in Las Vegas that does not have a casino in the lobby. So if you want to take your kids out there to Vegas, or if you, quite frankly, just don't want to smell like cigarettes and have a bunch of dinging and you just this oxygen that they're pumping in there that probably is really bad for you with that like very chemically smell in there, then you want to go stay at Trump Vegas. It is a beautiful hotel with great service. The good thing I can tell you about Trump hotels, I'm totally spoiled now because having stayed at not even all of them at this point, but so many Trump hotels now for, 15 years, as crazy as that is to say, I understand why they're the best because the quality is never lacking at a Trump hotel. Every single item is thought about ahead of time. My husband has an eye for detail unlike anyone I've ever seen. We actually don't even go to Trump properties and relax and enjoy ourselves because my husband is like, there's a bulb out over there. Oh, we need to replace this carpet. Look, somebody needs to get some wipes over there and wipe down the surfaces. He's all over everything. So believe me, whenever there is a Trump property, you can be guaranteed that if we own it and we run it, It is quality like you've never seen. Yes, we still own the Trump Vegas Hotel, and I feel I'm due for a visit. I think I'm going to go out there perhaps in August, so maybe I will see you there. Okay. Next question. Oh. Is this just the question? Can you help me achieve one of my goals? Okay. Can you help me achieve one of my goals? I hope so. There are a lot of ways to go about achieving a goal, and perhaps I can help you. Depends what that goal is. I think knowing that you have a goal and an end point and in mind is a good start. And then I would say whatever that is, you got to kind of break down how you're going to get there. Maybe get a notepad, write down the steps you need to take to achieve such a goal. If it is a physical goal, like perhaps doing a triathlon, for example, you need to know what you're getting into. Swim, bike, run. You got to start. Make sure you know how to swim. Make sure you have the gear for that. Make sure you're training properly. Bike, same thing. Run, same thing. And then you got to put in place a calendar and say, in this amount of time, I'm going to achieve X. And in this amount of time, I'm going to achieve this. That's how I approach everything. I got to write things down. I always have things written down all the time, everywhere, in all possible ways. So my advice, if you are trying to achieve a goal, whatever that goal might be, write it down. Once it's on paper, at least for me, I can really focus on it and I kind of visualize how I'm going to attack it. So good luck with your goal. Let us know how it works out. Maybe if you want to write in and be more specific on it, perhaps I can help depending on what it may be. But good luck to you. Thank you for asking. Okay. Next question. How many hours do you work out each day? It seems you have a lot of energy. Well, I wish I had more time. Some days are better than others. I think everybody probably feels the same way. Today, I got up at 5:15 and I went for a bike ride for just shy of an hour because that's the time I had. Now tomorrow, I'm going to have a lot more time. I'm going to have my kids busy in a camp. I don't have anything going on first thing in the morning. So I may have an hour and a half to go do whatever it is I need to do. I try not to spend too much time on it because there are people and animals that are always waiting for me. There are things that need to get done. There are shows that need to happen. There's a lot going on. And so while, yes, it may appear that I'm spending a lot of time working out, probably not as much as I would like. Average a day, I'm going to say 50 minutes to an hour, perhaps, on a great day. If I go on a nice long bike ride on, say, a Saturday morning with my friend Nancy, we're going to go maybe 2 hours, maybe 2.5. Depends how long I can keep my kids occupied. And that's really the trick. Kids and husband, keep them occupied. And then I can get some more time. Okay. Next question. Oh, can you host my cooking class show for July? I'm going to need a little more info. Perhaps little known fact about me, or although perhaps known now, I don't know, is that I'm a pastry chef. I moved to New York to go to the French Culinary Institute, and I have a degree in pastry arts. I had a cake company for a while in New York back 125 years ago at this point, but nonetheless, I did used to cook a lot, and my husband would love to tell you this story and tell about how I used to make him ice cream cakes all the time, and now I never make ice cream cakes. Although you may have noticed my husband's been hitting the gym a little bit too. Shout out to Lara Trump. And now he's not eating any of this kind of stuff. So why am I making an ice cream cake for a guy who's not going to eat it? But I digress. Now back to this cooking show. That's kind of a dream of mine. And very recently, in the past couple months, I got to cook with Paula Deen. And all I wanted for a good solid 10 years of my life was to be able to meet Paula Deen, let alone cook with her. So I feel I've prepared at this point, potentially, for a cooking show. Give me a little more info, and perhaps I will be available. I would love to do that. Okay. Next question. How's Florida? Well, right now, I'm in New York. Florida seems pretty hot to me right now. So we're up here in New York for the summer. My kids are in camp up here, and it's been pretty mild, although starting to heat up just in time for the holidays, of course. Florida, otherwise, I think it's fantastic. My kids are excited to get back to Florida, excited to go back to school down there. It's a free state. People are happy. It's just positive energy down in Florida. Your money goes a lot farther than it does in New York, and I'm sure in California. And so we're very happy with the state of Florida. Thank you for asking. If you're thinking of making a trip down, I'm going to highly recommend it. Great place to visit. And by the way, in Palm Beach County, I'm just going to say this, a lot of good food options popping up. A lot of people coming from the Northeast, a lot of people saying, oh, we need more of this around, more of that around. It's getting very good. And I don't want everybody to come at the same time because, see, then I'm going to have trouble getting in places. But you should visit. It's a great place. And we're very happy in Florida. Okay. Next question. Oh, what's on Hunter's laptop? Gosh, is there more? Do we think there's more that's going to come out on Hunter's laptop? Every time I'm like, oh my God, this is on the laptop too. Something else comes out. The latest one, this one of him driving at 170 miles an hour and smoking crack at the same time. First of all, I'm trying to think of driving maybe like 30 miles an hour and trying to take a photo of myself while I'm driving and just how dangerous that in and of itself might be, let alone 170 miles an hour or whatever the heck he was driving. And then you couple that with the crack pipe, which I assume was full of crack he was smoking. The fact that this guy hasn't been arrested yet, say you are in a Republican state and there's proof you broke the law with a Republican attorney general, the fact that we haven't seen something more happen to this guy, shocking. If I took a video of myself jaywalking in New York City, I can almost guarantee you they would lock me up and throw away the key. What else is on Hunter's laptop? I really don't know. There's a lot on there. We've seen a lot. We've seen the hookers. We've seen the drugs. We've seen really bad life decisions. Although this is the smartest guy that Joe Biden knows. Tells you really all you need to know, doesn't it? That's really it. Let's just all hold our breath and see what else comes out on Hunter's laptop. And I wish I could say that was the end, although I think we all know there's probably more to come. Okay. Well, final question. Here we are. Can we hear more about when you and Eric met / relationship? Hopeless romantic here. Oh, Eric and I just had, this was so shocking to both of us, the 15th anniversary of our first date. Just happened July 2nd. It's kind of crazy. We first met in New York. I was in New York for culinary school, and I was out one night, and just so happened that I'm 5'11" with no heels on. Of course, I was wearing heels, and I was taller than probably most of the guys in this establishment, we will say. It was a club in downtown New York. And I spotted this very tall gentleman across the room who I thought was taller than I was, even when I was wearing heels. And I was like, that could work out. That's how we met. And actually, I don't even know if I've ever told this story before. The thing that really got me about Eric, I didn't know who he was when we met, don't tell him that, was that whenever we first started talking, and I mean, in my mind, we were dancing, although Eric Trump's not much of a dancer, so maybe I was dancing. And he was like, oh, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I'm in culinary school, and I work at a restaurant, and this, that, and the other. And he grabbed my side. And mind you, every other guy who I told I was in culinary school was like, oh, we should cook together sometime. Like, let's do that. And I was like, oh, okay. Not Eric Trump. He grabbed my side and he was like, I bet all of your cooking tastes like garbage because it doesn't seem like you've been eating any of it. And I was like, oh, who is this guy? And what's going on with him? Caught my attention. The rest is history. 15 years later, 2 kids, 3 dogs. I mean, 2 presidential campaign cycles going into a 3rd. Here we are. More to come. Maybe that wasn't as romantic. Although I will tell you, our first date, this is how you know I feel like it's a good date. We went to dinner and sat there for 4 hours without ordering any food. And as a former waitress, I knew how upset the waiter was. And I'm so sorry. I wish I knew this guy's name and I could send you. I hope Eric left him a good tip that night, because I'm sure he was like, I could have flipped this table 3 times already. And these people are sitting here ordering drinks and no one's ordering any food. But we were so deep in our conversation that we didn't even realize. So anyway, that's it. That'll do it for us here at Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Make sure you send us more questions about me and Eric, about life, about the universe, whatever you've got. We'll try to answer it here. Setting goals, I guess we're also doing as well. And of course, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow. We'll see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. So I'm like a lot of people. I love to wear an Apple Watch, but I hate how it looks. And I scoured the internet to search for the best looking Apple Watch cases I could find, and I found it. goldandcherry.com. They have absolutely beautiful watches, as you can see here. Everything is waterproof. Everything looks good with different outfits. You can get sporty, you can get fancy, but they are great quality, made out of Delaware in the United States of America. And they have been kind enough to give me a promo code that I can share with you if you want to get your hands on one of these as well. It's Lara T, L-A-R-A-T is the promo code to get yourself a discount at goldandcherry.com. And not only do they make Apple Watch cases, they also make great products for iPads and iPhones, keyboards, your desktop, everything you could possibly need. Goldandcherry.com. Use promo code LARAT so you can get yourself one of these today too. At The Right View, we're very proud of the fact that we are independent. We get to say everything that we think and everything that we feel. We have no woke companies guiding us or telling us what we can and cannot say. We are always going to shoot you straight and give you the facts as we know them. And that's why it's important to support independent outlets like The Right View. My name is Lara Trump, and I think Mike Lindell is a patriot. He is someone who loves this country, is willing to fight for this country. I love MyPillow because not only are MyPillows made in the USA by American workers, but they're great products, and they're so great that not only do I use them in my own bed at night, my children actually requested. My daughter the other day went to the closet and pulled out a MyPillow and said, this is the pillow that I want to sleep with. And I gotta tell you, she loves it and will have nothing to do with any other pillow. So it's a big hit around our house. My dogs also happen to sleep on MyPillow dog beds. So all around the Trump household, we're big fans. If you go to mypillow.com today and use promo code Trump, again, promo code Trump, you will not only save money, but you will help us continue this show and other shows like it and help us continue the fight for the future of America. Inflation has impacted all of our lives. I don't think anyone can go to the gas pump or the grocery store without noticing that it is a major factor. And unfortunately, it's not going anywhere. It doesn't seem like it's going down in the way that we would like it to. And one way to protect your money is by investing in precious metals, gold and silver. That's always been a great way to make sure that you keep your money and you keep it safe. When you go to bh-pm.com, use promo code Trump. That way, if you decide you want to invest in gold and silver, you'll save yourself a little bit of money. We live in a time that's very interesting. A lot of us out there feel like a lot of our rights are slipping away. And if you're like I am and you want to have the right to choose whether or not to have a vaccine, how to live your life freely, and you're looking for a great doctor, I've heard amazing things about Dr. Sherwood. He's somebody who you should really check out and check into, and it'll help support this program and keep us going. So go to sherwood.tv and use promo code Trump. Again, sherwood.tv and use promo code Trump. You can save yourself some money and help us keep our program going.